Okay, so Elon Musk is back. And no, it's not about Mars or Dogecoin this time. It's way messier. This week, he told the world that Tesla is under attack, like literal attacks, cars burned, bullets fired, swastikas scratched. It's insane. But here's the real twist. Musk says it's not just random haters. He claims there are people funding this, like actual organizers. His words: "We need to go after the generals." Did he just say what we think he said?
People have burnt cars, they've fired bullets into dealerships, they've scratched swastikas into Teslas of the innocent people that they're just going about their lives. They've done nothing wrong. And Tesla's done nothing wrong as a company. And so I find it ironic and incredibly hypocritical that the same Democrat politicians who would want to throw someone in prison for 20 years simply for watching things at January 6th, but not actually doing any violence, you don't hear a single word from them about the actual violence happening against Tesla. What incredible hypocrites they are.
So what even sparked this? Tesla is being hit with real-world violence. Dealerships vandalized. Tesla's getting torched. Molotov cocktails thrown like it's GTA. Musk calls it domestic terrorism. And while some people are rolling their eyes, saying he's being dramatic, yo, if someone burned your car over politics, you'd be mad too. Deadass. And here's what makes it bigger than just Tesla. Musk says this isn't just street chaos. It's coordinated and it's political, like real-life bad guys with spreadsheets. Also, in the clip we saw, you can hear how serious Musk sounds. No sarcasm, no performative flair, just a dude who seems genuinely fed up. That tone alone makes it hit different.
That we're going to go after those that are paying and organizing these violent attacks. And Attorney General Bondi has said the same thing. I believe that is exactly what will happen.
Alan's like, look, throwing a Molotov makes you a foot soldier. But he wants the people paying for it. We're coming for the generals. He says his team knows who they are. He wants law enforcement to go full-on RICO case, like this is an episode of Narcos, Tesla edition.
Do you know who they are?
We're coming for them.
Do you know who those generals are?
We know. We do.
Fox News contributor and former FBI special agent Nicole Parker joins me now. Nicole, if we know who these generals are, as Musk says, how do we track them down and how do we prosecute them?
Well, first of all, you now have an FBI director, Kash Patel, and an attorney general, Pam Bondi, that are about enforcing the laws. And this type of behavior will not be tolerated. This type of violence is unacceptable. And I think what's shocking to many people who are involved in these violent acts is that many of them were likely involved in around 2020, and there was no consequence. They were doing similar actions in similar groups.
Attorney General Bondi even chimed in saying, yeah, go for the big fish. So now Musk is calling for public pressure, basically daring the DOJ to move faster. And honestly, people are listening. And Twitter is eating it up, memes everywhere. One said, Elon's turning into Batman, but with subpoenas. Even the X app was trending with hashtags like hashtag TeslaGate and hashtag Elon's Revenge. Like, what even is 2020 for anymore? And get this, some folks are already making fan edits of Elon in black trench coats with glowing red eyes. It's giving cyber vigilante energy. The internet is undefeated. But jokes aside, there's a serious vibe shift. People are realizing this isn't just Elon doing Elon things. It's got that feeling of something big bubbling under the surface. And the most surreal part? Watching this whole exchange on Fox News, where Elon's usually grilled or memed, and seeing the panel, actually not alone, that tells you everything about how serious this feels. Elon pointed out something spicy, that some politicians scream when a meme gets posted online, but go silent when actual violence targets Tesla. They jail someone for standing outside on January 6th. But say nothing about real attacks. That double standard is why Musk's message hits. Even if you don't like him, there's something off when billion-dollar companies get targeted and nobody blinks. And this is where Gen Z tunes in. this ain't just about cars, it's about power. Media spin and who gets protected. Also, the irony of all this happening on April Fool's Day. Yeah, not funny, but wild timing. Let's be real. If Tesla was burning and the CEO was anyone else, every blue check on X would be screaming. But Elon? They just act like it's another Tuesday. We got people literally treating violence like it's activism and billionaires turning into whistleblowers. What a time to be alive. And what's wild is how quickly the narrative shifts. Like, one day, Elon is the real-life Iron Man. The next, he's the villain of Twitter. Pick a lane, internet. It's hard to know what's performative outrage anymore. Everything is so meme-ified. You almost forget these are real events with real people and real consequences. And speaking of memes, can we just pause for how weird it is that Generals is now trending on TikTok, like Gen Z out here making skits of Elon hunting down shadowy masterminds while Dua Lipa plays in the background.
Musk says they know who's funding these actions, and that sounds like a loaded claim. There's talk of fake NGOs, massive money laundering, and political hit jobs disguised as activism.
Really, this is fundamentally a case of terrorism. It's wide-scale domestic terrorism with the purpose of intimidation, and it's harming innocent people. It's really terrible. And I think what we actually have to get to are the people who are organizing and paying for these attacks and protests. That's who we really need to go after, because the people who are actually throwing the Molotov cocktails, they are the foot soldiers. Right. But we need to go after the generals, and we're going to do so. The president has made it very clear that we're going to go after those that are paying and organizing these violent attacks. And Attorney General Bondi has said the same thing. I believe that is exactly what will happen.
If this is true, it's not just vandalism. It's an operation. Think organized, funded, and targeted. He even compared it to the way the system ignored massive fraud while obsessing over people with memes. Bro.Musk is either spinning up a Netflix-level conspiracy, or he's blowing a whistle we should have heard earlier. And the wild part? He's calling out both sides. Says Republicans sometimes play along just to stay quiet. That's straight-up betrayal vibes. This ain't just a beef. It's turning into a political thriller. Some folks even said this is giving House of Cards meets Fast and Furious. And what happens if he's right? Like, what if this whole thing really is about silencing dissent through chaos? Imagine finding out your favorite charity is actually a front, or that your activist group's donations are secretly being rerouted through shell orgs with 3 followers and a Tumblr page. That's some movie-level deception, and the clip where he said, "We're coming for them?" The way he looks into the camera, that wasn't just PR. That felt like a promise. Whether you're rooting for him or side-eyeing, you can't say the man doesn't commit to the bit.
So here we are, a tech billionaire saying we're coming for the generals, real violence, real consequences, and maybe real receipts. This is bigger than just Tesla. It's about how power operates in 2024. Elon just made it personal. What do you think? Legit threat? Political distraction? Or is this just Elon doing Elon things? Drop your take. Crackdown needed chill Elon. Who funds this stuff? Smash that like if you want answers, and sub if you want the chaos. Broken down our way. Bonus question. If this was a movie, who plays Elon? Robert Downey Jr., Ryan Gosling with glasses? Drop your cast picks in the comments. And yo, if the generals are watching this, hope you brought popcorn, because the internet's coming for you next. BTW, you're watching Trending. Buzz, where Gen Z meets the drama, breaks it down, and makes it actually watchable. Let's stay messy. Let's stay loud. Peace.